Hello everybody, it's Max with Crypto Talk now. I gotta admit, I'm super excited. For a while now, I have been talking about XCAD. In fact, I've been teasing about it literally since dating back to last summer and so on. And I've said for the longest time, as soon as we get closer to a realistic release, I'm going to go ahead and do a deep dive in regards to XCAD. Now you may be wondering, Max, why the heck did you tag hashtag QNT and these other ones, XRP, XLM, LCX, ALBT, if this is an XCAD video? If anything, XCAD is not ISO 222. XCAD is on its own blockchain with Zilliqa. Why the heck would you include all these other ones? The reason for that is because how would you guys, our loyal viewers and watchers, or some of you new guys out there and so on, how would you like the idea of being able to get paid to basically do what you're already doing, watching our content? How cool is that? Watch and earn. Yeah, it's a real thing. And if anything, it may very well be the first of this thing I've been mentioning about a while back in regards to what? Start of a utility run. Now, as we mentioned here before, we cover the likes of XRP, XLM, Quant, the various different ISOs. And don't get me wrong, right? There's going to be a utility run to get into a bull run. But how would you like to actually see real utility going to be utilized here soon? Now, I get it. There could be the whole debate of, this is just another case of buy the rumor, sell the news. Is it though? Well, let's jump right into today's XCAD coverage. I'm going to show you this here first. I'm going to blow it up. And if anything, I'm going to full screen actually. So I'm going to come out of the frame for just a moment, because I'm going to play the video that's from this particular site here in just a moment. But before I do that, check it out. XCAD Network, Watch to Earn Revolution. XCAD Network is pioneering the Watch to Earn revolution for 2.1 billion active YouTube users, enabling fans to earn creator token rewards for watching their favorite creator. And let's face it, we're getting a lot of momentum here. How would you love to be able to get rewarded for basically what you're doing anyway? Now, how does that benefit us? Well, we'll get to that as well. I'm going to watch this particular intro that's going to give you a heads up on how this all works. We'll come right back.
XCAD Network is a tokenization platform for YouTubers, which means it allows every creator to have their own unique cryptocurrency token, e.g. Nico will have NDL token. Viewers then get rewarded in this creator token for watching the creator's videos via the XCAD plugin. This all works directly on YouTube, so they get rewarded for something they were already doing. Viewers can then sell, buy and trade creator tokens on the XCAD DEX. They can also use the tokens to buy NFT moments from the creators, which are exclusively available on XCAD's NFT marketplace. All creator tokens are trackable via XCAD's influencer market cap, so you can track creator token prices just like how you track the prices of other cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. The better the creator performs on YouTube, the more tokens that will get released to the creator. This provides an amazing additional monetization strategy for creators. The XCAD token has a number of different utilities and is the hub of the whole ecosystem. 1. Powers the DEX. 2. Provides governance over which creators can tokenize. 3. Is the only trading pair with all creator tokens. 4. Is required to stake with creator tokens to earn a multiplier on creator rewards for viewers. 5. Powers all creator liquidity offerings. A portion of all trading fees on the XCAD DEX and profits on NFT moment sales will go towards the XCAD burn. This means we use the money to buy the token off the marketplace and burn it, taking it out of supply forever.
So that was really something else, to say the least, right? But we're going to have another video coming up after that was recently released from the XCAD Network. Now, let's get into some of the specifics in regards to all of this, because you guys know me, I do like doing a deep dive, or a proper deep dive, to say the least. Now, when we get more into it, you see, for instance, their particular vision, right? bringing creators and fans closer together. How do they basically accomplish that? Well, we'll break that down in a particular video. But here's the thing I want to show you guys, right? So if you're wondering how does it benefit us, maybe you're not interested in this, but it's okay. It's worth mentioning. So I as a creator, right? Larry as a creator, people, whoever else joins us up here at CTN as a creator. XCAD helps us as YouTubers to grow in a saturated space. YouTube is an extremely popular platform, as we know. More and more people want to make YouTube a career. Let's face it, that's the thing. So there are over 38 million active channels. Starting out is hard. You better believe it. We've been grinding away at this thing for a long time now, literally coming out with coverage every single day. So it's very hard to get traction. How do you build up your audience? Well, if this helps incentivize that, then why not? Here's some of the particular creators that are involved and so on, but here's the thing I want to show you, right? So there is this right here, and if anything, this is something else. So creators basically sign up for this, and they get listed, kind of like how CMC lists various different crypto projects, right? You know, Bitcoin is number 1, Ethereum is number 2, and so on, right? Well, after they get approved, they get listed on here, and you can track and analyze creator tokens. Yeah, even by market cap. Now, you may see this and you're like, well, I don't see anybody. Well, check this out. There's this particular lady right here, and I did verify on Twitter. She's a real particular content creator. Maybe you guys know who she is and so on. Look at this. She already has a market cap of $473,784.46. Check out how much her creator token, right, for her channel of Lulu99 with 12.1 million subscribers. Check that price out. Look at that. Her token is literally worth slightly under, I know I always use this example, slightly under the price of a Luna Classic token. Are you kidding me? That is something else. And of course you go here and you click on buy and so on. So that's how that comes into the picture. Now you may be wondering, well, Max, give me the good stuff. I'm not interested in that. I'm not a creator. Well, fair enough. So there's this right here, and basically, like it says, bridging the gap between fans and creators. There's a huge gap with us, right, between fans and the creators, especially the big ones. No reward for loyalty. No way to get closer to the creator if you are a die-hard fan. Well, we have a pretty loyal following here, and yeah, we just hit 9,000 subscribers. Kudos to us, right? But if it wasn't for you guys, you wouldn't even be here, right? But we're going to have quite the journey, and then obviously we're quite committed. This particular channel's been around for a little over a year, and if anything, we're looking to have many more years in the future, right? So if you're a diehard fan, and there's plenty of you guys out there, right? Shout out to all of you guys, right? You know who you are. I'll even mention a few. How about this? Shout out to Tim Shea, Brian Dowie, Poochie Boy, some of the newer guys, Daniel Delgado, Cody Core, Selmo Flood, even guys from the past, Edward Vincent, Legrand Commission. I mean, I could go on and on and on. If I left out your name, you apologize. How about some of the newer guys? Abdi Omar, shout out to John G. Some of the other guys, right? Just if I leave out anybody, it's nothing against you. But what does this specifically do for fans? Well, here's some of the benefits. You can watch your favorite creator, not just us, right? Let's say, for instance, you watch somebody else out there. You can basically, watch them. You're going to be able to, like it says, earn creator tokens directly from YouTube through a specific plugin, just like you use, for instance, they call it an extension, right? It says use creator tokens to vote and have your say in favorite creators' decisions. Okay, you can use creator tokens to access exclusive perks from your favorite creators. Now, finally, the part you've really been waiting for, the nitty-gritty of what does this exactly do for fans. You can earn creator tokens while watching YouTube, right? Basically, all this time you've been coming into the comments and you're like, hey, Max, I love your content. I've seen the compliments and I'm more than grateful, right? So, listen to this. Earn creator tokens while watching YouTube. An opportunity for fans to earn creator tokens completely free. That's the main key thing here. You don't have to buy into this. Directly on YouTube when watching their favorite creators. If a viewer has the XCAD plugin and watches 80% or more of a tokenized creator's video, they will be rewarded with the creator's token. Now, of course, as far as the investment side of this, if you want them to buy XCAD, of course, stay tuned to the end of this particular video, and I'll show you how you can go about that. By the way, XCAD is part of the Zilliqa blockchain, so if anything, you can actually buy what? Zilliqa, or own both. So it says, number 2, viewers can use creator tokens to vote and access perks. So vote on polls from their favorite creators. You know, we put out a poll, and the majority was what? HBAR. So we made an HBAR video. How would you like to be engaged with that and earn whatever it is in regards to that? You can vote on polls from like favorite creators. The more tokens, if you're holes, the more weight their vote carries, rewarding the most loyal of fans. Fans can also purchase exclusive perks with creator tokens, trade creator tokens like it shows here. Fans can trade creator tokens for other creator tokens. Say that 5 times fast. And of course that comes directly from the XCAD plugin. Now, on the subject of fan tokens, all right? Basically, I'm going to take you to the next particular video. It's going to have a nice, eloquent breakdown of how that is, and we'll be right back here in a bit.
You've probably heard of XCAD. When huge YouTubers are backing a YouTube-centric cryptocurrency project, it's time to take note. And when well over 50 YouTubers with hundreds of millions of subscribers are being announced to be using the product when it launches, it's already starting to show its potential scale. But what is XCAD and what does it do? To understand this, let's take a step back. YouTube and its creators exploded in popularity from 2011 onwards and has shown no signs since of slowing down. One of the main reasons for this is due to the closer connection between YouTubers and their fans. Traditional celebrities felt untouchable. Fans struggled to connect with them as deeply as they barely know who they are or get a view into their life. We saw them portraying different characters in a movie theater or celebrating match-winning moments. But YouTube changed this. Fans got a view of their favorite creators on a daily basis. They felt closer to them, like they really knew them. But what if you could take it one step further? What if fans could have an input into creators' videos, voting on key decisions? There's still a huge gap between creators and their fans. XCAD plans to bridge that gap. The more tokens they hold, the more weight their vote carries. What if they gathered some of the value when a creator succeeds, rather than the only other beneficiary being the platform the creator created on?
The fact that I'll be able to engage my viewers even more on this journey that I'm on is super exciting.
XCAD's creator tokenization achieves this. It's building a tokenization platform which will allow all creators to have their own fan tokens, essentially their own cryptocurrency. In order to earn these tokens, fans simply need to download the XCAD plugin and watch YouTube videos, and with no changes to the user flow. And the more loyal you are, the more creator tokens you earn. There is one catch though. They must watch a video for 80% or more to earn the rewards. This is a huge advantage to YouTubers, as watch time is the most important metric for growth. This tackles the huge problem small to medium YouTubers have, which is growing in a saturated market. Within the plugin, they'll be able to swap the creator tokens earned with any other creator tokens, or go ahead and buy more of any creator's tokens if they so wish. Creators are able to build incentivized economies, offering services to fans and further incentives, which can be obtained through holding or exchanging creator tokens that fans have built up. Exclusive content, access to events, merchandise, social engagement are just a few of the things that creators can offer within this ecosystem. The possibilities are endless. Fans get paid out in the creator's token, and so does the creator. A mixture of base payments and milestones-related payments will provide another form of stable income for creators, one that is more predictable than YouTube's notoriously volatile ad revenue payments, while also incentivizing creators to grow the economies around their creator token and in turn, XCAD. But there's also another thing that users can do with their hard-earned creator tokens. They can use them to open NFT moment packs.
As a YouTuber myself, I just think that NFT moments is such a great idea. I'm really excited for it.
Each creator will have the greatest moments of their career turn into NFT collectibles. The more iconic the moment is, the more rare it is.
What XCAD is doing is going to be revolutionary for creators and their fans.
Everyone has a favorite YouTuber with a favorite moment of theirs. Well, now they can strive to own it. Users open packs to collect NFT moments, and in those packs, you get a variety of different creators' NFT moment cards. They can then hold them or build towards completing collections, trade them with others, or sell them to cash in. Once collections are built, it will change everything. XCAD is going to further the connection between creators and their fans, allowing creators to build Web 3.0 economies around their content and audience, one that benefits creators and fans rather than just creators and the platform they create on.
All right, so welcome back. And if anything, I thought that was really impressive. That was a new video that they released. So if anything, that should answer quite a few questions. If you want to take more of your own deep dive on the particular site, you can navigate through all this. You just go to XCADnetwork.com. And of course, you know, it mentions specifically some of the products, right? Like I just showed you the influencer market cap. But if you want to take your own extended deep dive, you can view, for instance, they have a DEX governance portal. Gives a little bit more information about the plugin. They have a CLO launchpad. That NFT marketplace is not available yet, right? And it gives you more info specifically when it comes to the specific project. Of course, you can view more creators. And if anything, you know, it's really cool to have more of a breakdown. Again, you can see more of the vision of what XCAD is and what it's all about, and so on. They have a financial roadmap, right, for aspiring YouTubers such as us, and balancing that value of what is referred to as distribution. Now, what I want to also get to is some of the things I saw posted on crypto Twitter. Now, it mentions, for instance, here's a particular person who is a fan of Louisa Lulu 99, right? We saw her featured. Heck, her token is already worth the price of a, slightly under a Luna Classic token. That's quite the feat in itself, right? So check us out. So this particular person, Crypto Keith, right, at Keith Manning 25. So he goes in. He's a big fan of Louisa Lulu 99, as we know. She is on XCAD. Okay, and he starts watching a few of her videos, like it shows right here. Video watch, video watch, video watch. So, for instance, maybe in the future when this is more updated, it will give you a description of those specific videos, right? Like, as you can see, it's pending, and like it mentions, you have to watch at least 80% of the content, which I think is great because that's how real views, in my opinion, should be made to begin with. Why should a view count if somebody even watched, like some of my deep dives, right? Yeah, they're pretty long, right? 20, 30 minutes, even longer, right? Sometimes I do them longer. But the point is, there's a lot of people coming on, YouTube only considers like a view if you watch it for like 2 minutes, right? So to me, if somebody's watching 80%, why shouldn't they get rewarded compared to another person, right? That just simply makes sense. And then we get it. Sometimes, people want to fast forward to just the juicy stuff, right? And that makes sense too, don't get me wrong. All right. We covered this specific part, right? The influencer market cap. That's really, really cool. And on top of that, there's this. And it states, it's now 2023. Follow your New Year's resolution and get your daily fan token fix on just that. XCAD. I'm going to blow this up. It says, remember to get your daily fan token fix. And look at how it gives you kind of like an example of just that, right? There's Lulu 99. And for instance, like it says, buy your egg to boost creator token rewards. It just kind of gives you a glimpse of how this is going to work. On top of that, when we get more further into this, right, it says, be prepared for 100,000 plus downloads of the XCAD app once the Android application is released. Now, on this particular part, I'm going to come back in the frame just to talk about this kind of briefly. One thing I want to point out basically is, just that. Think about what it says right here, all right? 100,000 downloads and so on. Now, I get the whole thing of buy the rumor, sell the news, right? And this basically happened, technically speaking, when it came to last April of 2022 with Zilliqa, their particular blockchain that XCAD is running on. Now, what happened during that time was basically Metopolis, the whole thing of that VIP event in Miami. And as a result of that particular event, which was a VIP exclusive event, there's a lot of want and need, or supply and demand, if you will, to see any type of coverage when it came to Metopolis, right? So before I joined up with Larry here at Crypto Talk Now, I was on my own. I was just MaximusCrypto. And on my particular channel, I leaked coverage from that particular event. And if anything, I'm getting 3,800 views. And a lot of subscribers and so on. People did appreciate the content, but they didn't like the idea that it took somebody like a YouTuber like me to basically leak the particular footage. Now, was I there at the event and leaked the footage? No. Various other people who were actually at the event who just, had amateur footage and so on, they posted on Twitter, and you know how Twitter leaks information beyond the point. The point is this, and the reason why I'm stating that this basically is a perfect example of the start of the utility run. And it is in correlation to some of the things I've been mentioning. And that is specifically this, right? We want to pay attention to cryptos that have just that utility. But if you have one specifically that is utilizing the utility here soon, well, you could draw your own conclusion on what that could do as far as upside potential. If cryptocurrency in itself, if you have a specific one that is quote unquote a utility token, which XCAD apparently definitely is, and they're releasing this here soon, and in fact you even saw a perfect example that one particular lady, was it Lulu99 and so on, already has a market cap of the price of a Luna Classic token. Well, combine that with mass adoption of literally tons of people will be using this. There's two main things that I want to point out, and that is this. Number one, the utility with that all that adoption, even people who don't even know about crypto will be using this. These are some of the examples we've been talking about, even with the likes of some of these ISO 222s. And that is basically this. Utility being developed, the implementation, and then the adoption. Then we go from there to a utility run. Is XCAD going to be the true first example of just that? And with this release coming out here, it makes you think, wow, this is something else. Now, I haven't even got to this particular part yet. So let's jump into that. There's this. And it states, our Android app has been approved and will be released next week alongside a progress update. You got to keep in mind, for instance, when apps are developed and so on, they have to go through a screening process and then it goes from there, right? But on the Google Play Store, on top of that, you could pre-register for the app by going to this particular URL. I'll say it verbatim for you. It's tinyurl.com/XCAD app link. And if anything, it will be in the description for this video. On top of that, you do see this right here. It says upcoming XCAD or Xcademy official Android app. The XCAD app allows viewers to basically earn creator tokens while watching, as we know, your favorite creators. Like myself, maybe other creators out there. It might not even be crypto related. And here's another example I want to give you. You know when we mentioned, for instance, like with XRP and XLM and so on, and we basically were talking about how you go and you swipe your debit card and you don't even know it's tied to crypto. Well, how about this particular example? You go and you watch a YouTube video. Let's say somebody that's not even watching this particular video right now for this XCAD coverage, right? They're just wanting to go watch something about, I don't know, anime. They want to go watch something about Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. They want to learn something about, 90s hip-hop, the greatest, generation of hip-hop, right? Whatever the case be, whatever they're into, the point is, if they have a specific person they're going to watch all the time, then how would they like to be rewarded for that? Now, let's face it, Mr. Beast, for instance, is the most popular YouTuber out there. You would imagine somebody like that would probably be on board for something like this. I think in the past, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, I think Larry looked into this like many months ago, and he said that he saw Mr. Beast on this particular list. I have to double check that. That's beyond the point. The point really is, you recognize the creators that provide the content you want. They recognize you as, for instance, the viewer, listener, audience member, and so on. And you get paid to do what you're already doing. So, do I see a lot of you guys out there encouraging your favorite crypto content creator to initialize XCAD on their platform? You better believe I think there's a few of you guys who are going to do just that. That is the utility that we're talking about. All right. So a little bit more in regards to this. So as we know, XCAD app allows viewers to earn creator tokens while watching their favorite creators, right? There's the latest update. XCAD reaches 1 million users. XCAD continues to grow. I'll blow this one up a little bit, just give you guys a heads up on this specifically. Apparently there's good accessibility. The Android application will drastically lower the entry barriers for users. And let's face it, I mean, any working app that's user-friendly, people are going to like it, and they're going to go with it. All right, go into the next particular page. All right, so it says, for those asking about our Android app, again, this is released straight from the XCAD official on their Twitter, so this is not like from, somebody from the community, officially from them. It states, and this was on December 28th, so basically, like a few days ago and so on, like roughly, I guess at this point, like a week. My goodness, I can't believe we're this far already into the new year, but anyway. It says the app has completed development and has been submitted to the Play Store for review. It's currently out of our hands, and once approved, we will announce. And that is true, right? So, shout out to, for instance, Legrand Commission. I mean, when he was working with us, he had this thing basically with an app, and it's the same type of thing, right? He was telling us that it does take time for to get approval and so on. So I can verify that because we've been through that ourselves. But basically, I'm gonna read some of these particular comments, right? Respond to that. It says, what about the iOS app? Any news when that will be available? And they did respond to that in regards to specifically that. And let me go more into where it says show more replies. Give me just a second. But yeah, people are excited about it and so on. I could have sworn they did respond in regards to the iOS app. I do apologize. I didn't see anything specific right there. It might be on a different page. But nonetheless, I imagine that will come as well. That simply makes sense. This is XCAD. They're going to realize a lot of people use, for instance, Apple iOS. But I think that's besides the point. This is utility being, implemented, and if anything, going to be out here literally soon. Really excites me as a content creator, and it should excite you as just being a fan watching these particular videos and so on. Now, in closing, here is the particular XCAD listing on what CoinMarketCap. Now, as I mentioned before, they are on the Zilliqa blockchain. On top of that, right, you do see they have a rank of 400. They are a token. They're not a blockchain because, again, as we know, coins are basically, or I should say tokens are part of a particular blockchain. So yes, it is a particular token. It is not a coin. It's currently sitting at $1.01. I've seen this drop below $1, and even at these particular price levels, with this crypto winter, you better believe it's an absolute buy. It's not financial advice. Can't tell you what to do. But if you're looking at it from an investment point of view, you don't want to just be a person that, has the plugin, and you're looking at it like, I want the plugin max. I also want to be able to invest in this. Then you definitely can do that. It's, again, it's listed on CMC. Not that you could buy it from CMC, CMC is part of Binance. But if you want to know what markets it's on, there's quite a few different markets that it is on. You can get it from KuCoin, right? That's a centralized exchange I use. But if anything, I understand the whole thing about like, I'm gonna get it off of KuCoin, I'm gonna get off a centralized exchange, I'll put cold storage. Okay, totally get what you're saying, right? But nonetheless, if you're going centralized exchange route, get off of KuCoin. I do a lot of business with KuCoin, so I guess you could say I would recommend KuCoin. Not financial advice. If you want to do decentralized route, you can go with Uniswap. There's PancakeSwap as well. Heck, it's not even on MEXC. I know a lot of you guys like MEXC. And there's some of these other ones, right? But for strictly decentralized, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, QuickSwap. Never heard of QuickSwap, to be honest. Never heard of that specific one. And then you could even get it from the native one, right? You could get it from XCAD DEX straight from their particular site after you make an account and do a little bit of KYC. All right. Some of the specifics in regards to how well this did and how long it's been around. You got to know about this stuff, right? Part of our particular research. So this has been around actually since basically, I would say late April, early May of 2021. And the reason why I state that is because It takes time for it to get listed on like CMC, CoinGecko, and so on. This is just the particular listing that you see on CMC. So as far as that, a listing on CMC, basically the end of May of 2021. And as far as all-time highs, I mean, this did really, really well. I remember when this happened, the first major breakout was September 2021, literally going from a low of 54 cents to what you see at $4 level. And then blast off started happening right around the same time, guys. Let's face it. When Bitcoin, Ethereum at all-time highs. So Bitcoin was like, on 11.11. I always use that as a point of reference. Why not? Bitcoin was at 69K. Ethereum was, 4,400 roughly around this particular time. So XCAD went up to $8.12. And then just a few days after that, you have a little bit pull off because let's face it, people were taking profits. And then on top of that, it goes up to $8.39, pulls down just for a few days and so on. And then by roughly 2 months after that big significant all-time high, you do see one last big run up to $8 and roughly, was that 35 cents? Yeah, $8.35 on January 19th of, for instance, 2022. And let's face it, then we went from there into the progression of the bear market / crypto winter and so on. My thing is this has proven in a bull market, it does pretty darn well, to say the least. Yeah, would have been nice to come into XCAD at 54 cents. Well, of course. Would it have been even nicer to have been able to be in part of these first, all-time highs and then, maybe take profits, get back into it? Yeah. If you've been in XCAD for a while, you already recognize this and so on. The exciting thing is this utility that we've been talking about for the longest time is finally coming here soon. And these particular price levels, there is still opportunity there, to say the very least. At $1.01, or roughly around the dollar particular area, it sounds like it's very, very attractive, to say the least. Combine that with what's coming here soon, I think you get all-time highs on this particular project sooner than people think. I'm very, very excited about this, to say the least, as a content creator, and just, it makes sense. It's utility put into motion, right? These are the ones that stand out, because you're going to have that mass adoption and then people implementing and putting what? Pressure on content creators to feature this specific quote-unquote utility. And when that happens, that creates that much more what? Supply and demand. This thing is going to take off. I'm just going to call it right now. So, can't give you any financial advice. That's just the way I personally feel about it. Thanks for watching today's coverage in regards to XCAD. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell notification if you like the particular content and want more. Check us out every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for Crypto Talk Now. My name is Max, and you'll have a blessed day. We will see you on the next one.